look away if you're an England fan. If you're an Oman fan, wow, what a game you're having. You are thrashing England, and I mean thrashing them. India lost their game a little bit earlier, quite comfortably. Could have got worse for England. Already pulled off an absolutely spectacular catch. Big six, doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing matters at the moment for England. The required rate, nearly 50 and over. Still a good shot. Sounded very crunchy off the bat. Mujibur into the attack after taking that sensational catch in the previous over and dropping one too.
Another six. Nice looking shot from Ed Barnard. Only their fourth six so far.
399 sixes so far in the Hong Kong sixes.
Now they've not got enough of it. Dropped and goes to six. 400 sixes so far, and we're not even at the end of day two. 100, 209 yesterday. 191 today, and still got 2 games left. And another one. 401.
Yeah, this been brilliant so far from Barnard. 4 sixes, and that's the coach of the England side, Paul Nixon.
Another six. Trying to think who'd be player of the match. Two batters who have both got the 50s, quickest 50s. Have to probably give it one of those batters, but who'd you give it? Or would you just share it?
Probably just share it if you could. Getting exactly in the same amount of balls, both 50s, and now another 6. Barnard. That's a 6-6 for him. England catching up, trying to catch up. 8 sixes in this inning so far. Just missing his length, going for that Yorker, which is the right thing to do. But what you don't want to do is give batters any room. Go as deep into the crease with your Yorkers as you can. The batters tend to stay very deep.
Well, I asked you about who would be player of the match. I don't want you to give it away live on air, but you are the adjudicator, so you better start thinking. As a former batter, are you going to pick one, are you going to pick two, or are you going to go completely differently?
Yeah, probably just going to...
Don't tell us.
No, I'm not going to tell who. I'm going to hold on to it. But I've got to think. But my...
Because the first batter, the captain, did he start well? I'm just giving you thoughts. Nice shot. Nice looking shot. Better for England these last couple of overs. They're still going to lose this game, but 50 from 13, that's quite slow. 8 sixes in that 53 partnership from 16 deliveries.
Yeah, we just got used to watching batters get 50 of 10. Taking 13 deliveries is a bit longer than that. Strike rate of under 400, but still really good hitting.
Last over, yes.
A delivery left in this over. Hasnain was very economical in his first over. Inexpensive with those 3 back-to-back sixes from Barnard.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion out there because there is actually 1 ball left and they'd already swapped overs, and hence why I didn't call the score, because on our little fruit machine, as we call it, 72 for 3, 4.5 overs. Maybe a bit of confusion because of the retirement of Ed Barnard. But Hasnain still has a ball to go. He's got to come all the way from fine leg. The light is fading here. Got to hurry up, I'm sure. Come on. 2 more games to go. Bigger than this as well. The quarterfinals in the proper competition. Not the bowl.
Yeah, I think because he bowled the first delivery wide, a lot of times the bowler also starts counting the number of deliveries he has bowled. Tends to forget sometimes that he's bowled an extra. But that's the reason. Just finished his 6 deliveries and started walking towards that fine leg area.
Ethan Brooks then. The better bowler in the England team. This will be inside edged away to finish the over finally. 24 from it, England 76 and 3. So we already have, well, let's say 3 now. I should say 2 semi-finalists in Australia and Pakistan, and we'll find out the other 2 in the final 2 games. This game we're showing now is part of the bowl. It doesn't involve these teams. These teams are in to win the cup. So Australia versus Pakistan, 12:50 on day 3 tomorrow, and 2 more games to come later. Another wicket. England are getting hammered. Davies goes, another good catch.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely peppered here. England loses their 4th. Asif Khan picks up his first. Came back strongly after getting hit for a 6. Out for 15 of 7, 82 for 4.
Man who just retired is back in. Inside edge. So just 3 balls to go in the innings. 77 It's still required. That's not going to happen. It's the end of Alex Davies, who just slices the ball out on the offside. Zikria with the catch.
Just ones and twos at the moment for England, but this will be a proper thumping. They're behind 76 with 2 more deliveries remaining.
Another 6. 32 sixes in the game. And with 1 ball to go, England will have the record of the largest defeat margin.
They just have to wait and see how big is going to be the margin. 70 at the moment.
69 now.
Well, a lot of credit to Oman. The way they came out, the way they batted, to get 159 of just 36 deliveries is some achievement.
Finished off then. Oman have simply thrashed England. 159. Didn't even lose a wicket. 2 retirements. 26s. And in reply, England 92 for 4 from their 6 overs. And Oman, well, they beat England by 67 runs. Just 1 innings to note, really. Ed Barnard with his 57 from 16. Retired and then came back in for 1 ball. They were chasing 160 and they got nowhere near it. Isnaim with a wicket with his first delivery. Wickets all the way through. And Oman, who set the largest total so far in 2024, Hong Kong 6s, 159 without loss. England needed to go from the start. They lost wickets. Ended up being 4 for 2. And they beat England quite convincingly by 67 runs. Means that in the bowl group standings at present, Oman are top with 2 from 2. England, well, they slip. And a big slip as well. Now then, the bowl is done for today. It's down to the proper part of the competition, the cup qualifier. I should correct myself. Quarter-final 3. Brad Hogg was with the 2 captains. Nepal won the toss and, like every captain has done, decided to have a bowl first, even though 9 games now. Side batting first, win the game. Madhushankar is a good cricketer. Nepal, well, they seem to unearth lots of good players. Quarter-final 3 coming your way. Brad Hogg and Niall O'Brien to talk you through it.
Rurakoti is opening the batting for Sri Lanka. And he's going to be partnered by Dabari. Both of them had a good touch in this tournament. And Pratish, Nepal, left arm up, opening the bowling. Pratish has probably been one of the pick of the bowlers of the tournament. Really had Australia jumping around earlier today, picking up some crucial wickets, our crucial moments to help Nepal with that upset against the Australians.
Well, this is going to be a cracker. This is going to be a really superb game. Satish with his left arm. I can tell you, my brother Kevin O'Brien is watching this intently from Uganda, and I'll explain why shortly. Kevin O'Brien, the better looking of the former 2 Ireland internationals in our family. Well, my dad played for Ireland, but he's coaching Italy Kevin is coaching Italy in Uganda at the moment in a World League Cricket 2. And Kevin is coaching, head coach of the Banatnagar Kings. And this man is bowling. Kevin has signed him in the Nepal draft. And he's been messaging me all day. Is he swinging the ball? What kind of pace has he got? What's his variations? Kevin in Uganda, you've got an absolute gun. The Nepal Premier League will be starting on the 30th of November. Paras Katka, the former Nepal captain, driving that new league. And I tell you what, Huggy, they are going to get some big turnouts in the stands. Lovely touch. This is going to be a cracker, Huggy. You spoke to both of the captains. What was the vibe down there at the top?
Well, captains were a little nervous, but just looking at that ball from Patish, he's looking for the Yorker. It was a little wide, well executed, but the batting from Werakote was even more sublime, just guiding it through that backward point region. And that's smart batting. We haven't seen too much of that type of shot throughout the tournament, but it provides good value.
Beautiful shot. Werakote, that is a cracker. I'm thinking Sri Lanka left-handers. I'm thinking Kumar Sangakkara with just dropping that back knee. Here we go. This is against Australia. A huge moment for Nepal, beating the might of Australia. A little bit of a Shikhar Dhawan celebration. Cleaning up Dan Christian. That was the wicket that turned the game. And then full straight. Just what you want in T20 cricket. You want a left armer to swing it back. He's got the skills, and they are impressive numbers.
Good bowling. He's attempted 2 Yorkers, and Werakote has been good enough to get it through that offside region. They were decent balls, but he had to change it up, and he changed it up beautifully. Look at that change of length, also pace, and just getting a little bit of seam movement away as well.
Every game today on pitch 3, one batting first. I just can't understand, though, why teams keep bowling. Maybe we'll be proven wrong here. Toe of the bat, there is protection, but he's not going to get there. 16 off the first. Well, 2 strong sides. Sundeep Jora has been excellent with the bat, and actually captaincy has been superb for Nepal. Lahiru Marishanka, Dhananjaya Lakshan, very experienced players, but Bibek Yadav with his bustly seamers here, Hoggy. What can he do to upset the Sri Lankan openers?
Well, this wasn't too bad a ball. Looking for the Yorker again, Patish. Just getting under it, Werakote. You're only slightly off that Yorker and you get punished.
Thick inner half of the blade, it will trickle away for a boundary in a strange kind of way, Hoggy. A 4 isn't that disappointing as a fielding side at the moment.
No, it's not. That was a good length, good change of pace as well, just slowing it up. A little inside edge with this quick outfield and short boundaries. Only 4 fielders in the outfield. There's not much the bowler can do.
Pumped, beautiful shot, down the ground. Dabare, a lot of power, nearly took out his partner. This is quarter-final number 3, folks. Australia are through to the semi-finals. Pakistan are through. Now, the winner of this one will go into the semi-finals. Then UAE against Bangladesh, which is coming up very shortly. The winner of that will play the winner of this fixture tomorrow. So we're getting down to the business end of this magnificent tournament. 20th edition. Pakistan have won it 5 times. South Africa, they're not going to add to their tally. Australia have won it once in 2010. Dan Christian will be desperate to add another title to his lusty CV. Good work in the deep. So we're getting to the crux of the tournament now, Hoggy, and it's just starting to ramp up a bit, isn't it?
It is. And Nepal have been a very good team throughout this tournament, taking up some big scalps, England and Australia, to get here. They're under pressure. Not quite getting their field right. The fielding has been good, has been of high quality, but just getting the field placements. They're thinking Sri Lanka are going to play a little square, especially the left-handers, and they're getting punished straight.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the associate game, as you well know, Huggy. I follow it a lot. Delivery and keep improving as they are year on year. The self-belief is what you need when you come up against the so-called larger nations. And they can take a real cue from the rise of Afghanistan. Afghanistan now are one of the powerhouses of the world game. White ball cricket especially had two brilliant World Cups in India and then in the Caribbean and the USA. And Nepal, if they can have a 5-6 years when they get exposed to a high level of cricket and start getting that self-belief, they can make massive strides very quickly.
Dabari misses out. But you are right there, Niall. Really enjoying what I've seen here from Nepal, and there's a lot of Nepal fans that are in my hometown in Perth, West Australia. And I know that a couple will be watching from Gino's restaurant down there in Fremantle. They'll be loving what they see. They're really passionate about it, and the understanding of the game is phenomenal.
Nice flick. It's a lovely bit of timing. It just shows you, Hoggy, it's not all about brute force. Lovely little leg side clip. The balance was spot on. As a former left-hander yourself, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah, anything full on the legs. Left-handers like the little clip on the leg side. And they do it so elegantly as well.
Yeah, very good from Virat Kohli. Started well, 19 from 6. Good partnership with his opener. It's going to be a wide. It must be rebowled. Has to be a wide, yeah, it is.
Don't mind that from Babek. Looking to change it up, looking to do something different, knowing that he's got a bouncer up his sleeve. Batsman's not sure whether he's going to go with that short one or still try and go full. Ryan Campbell mentioned it a lot earlier. Bowling the bouncer first ball of the over. You've already shown your cards to the batsman.
Oh, sixer. That is 6 of the finest. A lovely, clean swing of the blade. Virat Kohli. 2 down, 39 without loss. Well, we're getting to the back end of day 2. This is the third quarter-final. Sri Lanka v Nepal, and then UAE. They've been excellent up against the Tigers from Bangladesh. Are you watching in Chattogram, in Khulna, Kumilla, Dhaka, down in Gulshan, down the Gulshan club they'll be watching. Gulshan 2, my favourite area, Dhaka. Hang out there, have some good coffee.
Well, just looking at the scorecard, 39 for no loss after 2 overs. Nepal fans, it's not because the bowlers haven't bowled badly. It's just because the Sri Lankan batsmen have been able to adapt to some good bowling. and being able to find the fours rather than the sixes, because there's not too many sixes being on offer. There's only been 2 sixes this innings, 5 fours. That just shows you that the bowlers have been executing and hitting good areas.
Rashid replacing Pratish. So left armour out of the attack, right armour in.
What I was just saying, I know it sounds a little bit silly with that boundary going to the fence, but remember there's only 4 fielders out in the ground. The team that hits the most sixes generally wins. So Nepal at the moment are winning with limiting the sixes, but fours are still finding the boundary.
I love the positivity. I love that, Huggy. They're 43 without loss after 13 balls. Brilliant from the Australian here beside me. That's an excellent delivery. Good plans, field positioning, matching the ball, and the execution was spot on.
Well, out of all the games that I've watched, the first 2 overs and 2 balls are the most Yorkers I've ever seen in a game. They've been executed to near perfection.
Lovely sunny evening. Saturday sunshine. Ninth match of the day. Excellent entertainment all day today. Rashid gets pumped down the ground. Good fielding. Vivek swiftly moving around to his left. He's only 21. Fit as a fiddle.
But even that is just good bowling, not allowing the batsman to get under it. And good fielding as well.
Very useful in the field here, Nepal. Generally a good fielding outfit. All tournament they've fielded well. They've thrown their bodies around. Rashid just making sure that Vivek is exactly where he wants. Meticulous in his planning. Good bowling. This is superb. This is superb bowling here. Just 7 off the first 4 deliveries in this over.
Well, it's great bowling. Bowling to his field. He's got 3 fielders on the offside and only 1 on the leg side. That one on the leg side's out mid-on. Some batsmen try and move across the crease to access that leg side. And that was even wide enough just to glide down to third man. But because the batsmen are looking for those sixes, it makes it an effective ball.
He's played for Nepal twice in T20Is. Rashid, 23 years of age. Has some experience up his sleeve. Now then, just about enough. Good catch! Wonderful catch! He's part of our production. He's one of the main men. He should be out in the middle.
That's probably a ball that Rashid would like to have again. Just that length and that width. Wurakade likes it there.
Niranjan, what a catch, you little ripper. Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to be another 6. It's not a bad over. It sounds a bit silly. It's gone for 19. He actually bowled it quite well. 58 without loss. Partnership 58 off 20. left hand, right hand. Oh, lovely. Sun setting. Sun has set on a few teams.
Well, these 6 balls from their strike bowler Pratesh are going to define the game.
Hit firmly. Can you get there? Yes, you can! Lokesh! What a wonderful grab! Charging around to his left, gets 2 hands to it, and then does the Shikadawan celebration.
Beautiful fielding, beautiful bowling. Not allowing the batter to get under it. Dabari again hitting that Yorker length. And what a wonderful catch out in the deep by Lokesh. That is a match-winning catch, or could be a defining catch of the game. Dabari out for 18, Sri Lanka 58 for 1.
I tell you what, folks, we've just seen an absolute belting catch to get rid of Dabari. And Madhushanka comes in. But I tell you, it was all about the catch. Lokesh, oh, you little ripper. Have a look at this. Your trump card back in with the ball. Oh, it's a cracker. And he did the old 5-5 celebration, the Kabaddi move. He could have been playing for the Yodas in the Kabaddi Premier League.
Well, Madhushanka to the crease, and also showing his dominance, showing his intent. But again, not a bad ball from Pratesh, hitting that Yorker length.
Pulled away. Attempted bumper all the way for 6. Good strike. It wasn't the worst ball. It was a surprise short ball, but Madhushanka was up for the challenge.
Had to try something after the Yorker went for 4 the ball before. So let's just test the nose and chin area. Or we might have to go somewhere else now.
Now then, top wicket takers this year. Pratish 6 poles. Jishan Alam from Bangladesh with 4. Matthew Bose has been good, but 6 right on top, sitting pretty. Nepal. Pratish. Oh, very good, I tell you. It's that man again, isn't it? Lokesh again. Oh, Bibek this time, you ripper.
If you're watching from Nepal, you just have to be impressed with what we're seeing here. A quarter-final. They've beaten Australia, they've beaten England, who are 2 quality teams, and they're actually executing good deliveries against Sri Lanka.
High in the air. Bowler wants it himself. Converging, no! Difficult for the bowler. He took the responsibility. He called his teammates out of the way. He may have been better advised to let the fielder coming in take control of the scenario.
Well, your brother watching over in Uganda will be thinking, right, I've got to work on his fielding here. The difficult catch ball going away from him. The excitement, knowing that that could have been a defining catch.
I love the confidence that he wanted himself. Might have been easier for the fielder coming in. But it's a great over. A wicket and 13 off it. 4 done, he's gutted. 71 for 1. Well, the Tigers are in the house. Bangladesh. They're going to play the UAE very soon. Will be the final quarter-final. Quarter-final number 4. UAE have got a good side, you know. Very good bowling attack. Now Lokesh, who took that screamer of a catch, is going to bowl a little bit of finger spin around the wicket. It's a decent start too. 71 for 1. You would think here, Brad Hogg, that Nepal are on top. Run rate just 17 and over.
Well, they have. They've been bowling exceptionally well. They've kept fighting. They haven't dropped their heads when Sri Lanka seemed to be getting a little bit of momentum. Good fielding, great catch by Lokesh out in the deep. They've been creating the chances because of the good bowling.
Bowling over the wicket to the left-hander now. Clubbed. Protection in the deep. There's 2 men there, but he pierces the field.
Well, once that came out of the hand of Lokesh, I think he would have been thinking, oh, I've just got away with that. That should have gone out into the car park, probably into the building next door.
Yeah, he was hoping his fielders were going to dive and catch it, but it was perfectly bisected in the deep. Toe of the bat. Rashid mops up. They've been good in the field. I know they put down a catch in the last over, Partish off his own bowling, but generally their fielding has been absolutely dynamite. Diving on everything. Commitment to the cause. It just shows what it means to Nepal to try and get into that semi-final. Just losing his footing there. And whoever wins this will play the winner of Bangladesh against the UAE, so probably easier side of the draw. Now then, that's hit with ease. Good catch in the deep. You're famous.
Well, Lokesh bowled a short one earlier on in the over and it only went for 4. But when you do this to Madhushanka, you're going to get caught in the crowd.
Oh, it's bigger. That's better. Further. Madhushanka, 25 from just 7 balls, dealing in 6s.
Catch slightly losing the line and length under pressure. He's got to finish this over out. It's got to be no more than 4 off this last ball.
With lovely extension, lovely control into the hospitality. 95 for 1. .95 for 1. Plenty of 6s in the last over and a boundary. Just starting to put the heat on Nepal. Rina Kode, 44 off 13, playing well. Madhushanka, 31 from 8. Could do a 25 off this over here, Sri Lanka. Long way up in the air, flipped. That's going to go all the way as well. Into the tent. And it's a 50. 14 balls, 5 6s, 4 boundaries. Virat plays beautifully for Sri Lanka. 101 for 1 here. The boys from Colombo and Kandy.
Well, Nepal won't be too unhappy about this because it brings a new batsman to the crease for the final 4 or 5 balls of the innings. And that change could just change the momentum as well. A couple of tight balls here. All of a sudden you're keeping Sri Lanka under 120. Loose balls could go the journey. It's Samarakun that comes to the crease. Another left-handed Sri Lankan. They breed them over there on the little island.
Samarakun, left-hander around the wicket. That's going to be 4. All the way. Wow. It was flat. I thought it just skipped into the pickets, but no. 417 sixes.
Well, a lot of waste there. Waste of delivery. That was waist high. And it travelled waist high all the way to the fence. Good shot there. Good way to start your innings.
Tell you what, if you're a cameraman or somebody working around the venue, you've got to keep your eyes peeled. The ball's flying everywhere here. $107. Yes, you need a helmet on. Maybe a pair of pads and a pair of gloves.
Don't forget the old box.
Next side, that's going to be a skip into the ropes for a boundary. Now then, is this just getting away from Nepal? 111 for 1.
Don't want to be any more than 130. Well, they can't get more than 130 unless there's a no ball or wide. They want to try and keep Sri Lanka under 120. Sri Lanka have got a very good bowling unit. And they'll be applying a lot of pressure on this Nepal batting lineup.
What a shot that is. Extraordinary shot. A little bit of a punch and a bit of a swivel off the back foot, and it travels a long, long way.
Looking for the Yorker. Good mindset, but the execution wasn't quite there from the bowler. And the baseballers out the back there won't be happy with that little missile coming into their arena.
Well, I reckon he got his hips into that shot. Oh, call his catch. Unless you're looking for that man in the white shirt again, you've got no chance. 28 off the over. This is potentially just pushing this game away from Nepal.
That went that high. It's just redirected the traffic, the air traffic that's coming in.
Joshi is 1 over, bowling the 6th over, has been carted. Bowled in. A little bit of respite at the end. Joshi picks up 1, but he's gone for 28 in the over. Sri Lanka have got a cracking score. 123 for 2. They've mustered in the 3rd quarter final here at the 20th edition of the Hong Kong Sixers. Brilliant from the Sri Lankans. That's a cracking score. 123 for 2 posted in the first innings. Well, the Sri Lankan batting performance was exemplary. 123 for 2. They've mustered in their 6 overs. That is a very fine score. Virakode retired out for 50 off 14. And Brad Hogg, we really enjoyed calling this innings.
Well, he's up against a good bowling from Patesh. Those 2 Yorkers, he is able to put it away. anything slightly off that Yorker length, he was able to find the sixes, but it was very difficult to later on in the innings to be able to get it over the rope because of the good bowling from Nepal. This is one of the better innings that I've seen against probably some of the best bowling I've seen in the tournament. Murakude, well done on your wonderful 50.
Pratis once again in the wickets. He's the leading wicket taker in the tournament. Joshi picked up one, but he was expensive. It was difficult for the Nepal bowlers. It's the third quarter final. It's Sri Lanka versus Nepal, and Nepal are going to need 124 from 36 balls to make it to the semis. UAE versus Bangladesh is coming up very soon, and we had the toss a little bit a while ago. Let's go downstairs and see what happened.
Match number 20 then, and it is the fourth quarter final. It is obviously Asif Khan of the UAE, it's Yasir Ali of Bangladesh, and of course you've been here all day. Mr. Gandhi is the match referee. Right, pass the coin over to UAE.
Heads.
Bangladesh have called a heads in quarter final 4. It has come down a tail. You've won the toss. What are you going to do first and why?
I will bowl first. I will just take 100. Inshallah, I will chase after that.
A good performance to get to here. Have you changed your team going into the quarter final?
No, it's same team.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Just hold there, though. I need you to hold there with me before you go. You lost the toss. You're going to have to bat first. A little stat for you before this game. 8 sides batting first. Win the game.
Oh, well, that's comforting stats for me. Let's hope for the best.
Again, you know, good performance by Bangladesh and an opportunity to go into a semi-final and take on the winners of this game between Sri Lanka and Nepal.
Yes, like we said, it's like you said, teams batting first won most of the match, so we would likely to cash on that.
Any change to your team?
Yeah, one changes.
Okay, good luck. So the news from the middle is the UAE. They've won the toss, having a bowl.
Why bowl first? You bat first, you win. Yasir Ali must be absolutely delighted. Oh, one change for Bangladesh with the big man there, Mohammad Saifuddin. He's been superb for the Tigers. But before quarter-final number 4, we've got the small matter of Sandeep, who's had a cracking tournament with mesmerising half-centuries. Can he do it again? And he's got his good pal Lokesh alongside him. Abhishek Junjunwala has joined us. This is going to be a cracking chase on a good surface. 2 really strong sides.
Yeah, first of all, it's very hard to understand and wrap my head around why everyone winning the toss in bowling. When the stats clearly says you bat first, you've got a better chance to win.
You're right there, Abhishek. I just think they're all nervous. If I do decide to bat and we lose, everyone's going to say, why did you bat first?
Now that little underedge, was there a little underedge there? Didn't carry through to the keeper. Stayed a little bit low. Dhananjaya with the seamers.
But also in matches like this, it's a knockout game. You've got to try and bat first. That ball just keeping slightly low. The first delivery from Dhananjaya.
Right, normal service is resumed. 6 into the trees.
Nepal bowlers were going full for the Yorker early on. But Dhananjaya, he's looking for that good length. The reason why he's looking for that good length
Rashid is the new man. You know, he's got some work to do. Chasing a big total. The best chase of the tournament is 120. Pakistan v India. And again, shape again. What a great start this is. Bustling medium pace, angling, and just using his wrist position.
That wicket, crucial wicket. That's Hoggy was saying, just getting a bit of ball swing and a bit of movement of the pitch as well, which always makes it harder for the batter.
Down the ground, it's going to be another 6. A flat one again. We're seeing a lot of flat 6s. Quite interesting in that Sri Lanka's fielders in the deep, Hoggy, not that straight. We've seen a lot of fielders very straight. But not Sri Lanka, they've gone wide. That would have been a simple catch.
That's good batting by Rashid, just looking out those gaps that Sri Lanka have presented. And all of a sudden the sun's come back out and there's no movement with the ball.
I didn't realise we had a weather expert alongside us. First one done, 12 for 1. Well, it's the third quarter-final. Sri Lanka, you would say, in the box seat. UAE versus Bangladesh coming up soon. Big game. Huge game. Toe of the bat. Toe of the bat. Simple catch in the deep. And listen to the rapturous applause. They know that is the big fish. It's the captain. Gone for a duck.
That's the pressure you put yourself under when you're chasing, and we've got to go at 23 and over from the very first over. And hence it's so crucial that you bat first in pressure matches like these. But that's well bowled again, getting the execution right. Sudeep out for a duck. 12 for 1 Nepal. 12 for 2, correction.
Vivek Yadav is the new man. Sri Lanka have been so good. You're doing your preparation, you're doing your analysis, your team meeting, you know the captain's the big one. Sandeep Jara, you know he's the big wicket, he's in form. It's a good dismissal. Skills have been superb here for Sri Lanka. 13 for 2. First 1.3, Sri Lanka all over Nepal here. 6 dot balls already. There was only 3 in the Sri Lanka innings. Leg side, there's a man out in the deep. Does well. Got the right man in the right position.
Yeah, they put themselves in a real pickle here, Nepal, by losing those 2 early big wickets as well. That is in form. For Sri Lanka, they've been in terrific form throughout this competition. Played some wonderful cricket.
Flicked. Leg side, no power, but enough placement. The mood in the crowd's just gone a little bit silent because the Nepalese fans are just feeling they're behind the 8 ball a bit.
Well, it just shows that if you bat first, you've got a big chance of winning. Tomorrow, captains, are you going to get off this groupthink bandwagon? And when you win the toss, decide to bat first instead of bowl first.
I think you're absolutely right regarding the captains choosing to bowl first. They're just a bit worried about losing. And that's another one gone. Exceptional delivery. Pace off, perfect length. The ball came in after pitching. Vivek had no answer to that delivery. Great execution from Samarakun again.
Yeah, attacking the stumps, rolling the fingers over the ball, learning from the experience they gained when they batted first, and Nepal are in a whole heap of trouble. Vivek gone for 5 and Nepal are 18 for 3. Sri Lankan fans are very happy. A wonderful part of the world, Sri Lanka. Beautiful people. Always a great place to go on holiday and on a cricket tour, Sri Lanka. Now then, Narayan Joshi, who got Carter for 28 in the 6th over. He's out there because Vivek was cleaned up. Totally outfoxed. Samarakun. It's going to be a wide. Dhananjaya having a 2nd over. Don't mind that, Brad Hogg.
When you've got the opposition on the back foot, the bowler that you're going to use 2 overs with, your best bowler, you go to straight away. Try and get that extra wicket and really put the final nail in the coffin.
Protection in the deep. Is Sri Lanka a place you like to go, Hoggy, on tour with Australia?
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. The Port City, there was a little bit of surf down there, Goal. Loved going down there. Loved going into the middle of the city, country as well. Kandy was beautiful. And really enjoyed the company of the Colombians. Colombo is the capital city. Surely you would have got that joke as an Irishman.
That was lost on me. Did you not see my perplexed eyes?
No, there was one day we were travelling on a bus from Kandy back to Colombo, and the skipper goes, "How are you enjoying Sri Lanka?" This was the first 2. And I said, "I'm loving it. I can't wait to get back to those Colombians."
Who was the skipper, Tugger?
No, that was actually Ricky Ponting.
How did Ricky take
no,
that?
Sorry, it was Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh, yes, back in '96.
I've actually read that book because Steve Waugh did a tour diary, and I bought all Steve Waugh's tour diaries because he's my hero, Steve Waugh. So I actually read that book. I don't remember him mentioning that wonderful joke, though.
Yeah, Steve likes to write a lot of common sense.
I was on a flight recently and I watched the documentary Steve Waugh did. I thought it was absolutely mesmerising. Travelling around India, taking pictures. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Gave me a totally different optic on India away from cricket. Really did enjoy it.
He must have travelled India a lot. And that's gone. Not gone to India. It's gone to out of the park.
Nice strike. Really good hit. I must say, Abby, what I will say about my love for India, and I love every country I went to on tour. I like to go to places that took me out of my comfort zone. So go where the locals go, get away from I suppose, where cricket takes you, the hotels. Get out of there, get on the streets and have some street food and meet some local people.
I always known you as an explorer. We travelled a bit together as well.
But I tell you what I do love about Sri Lanka. I love Unawatuna, which is a really chic place on the coast where you just chill. I'm quite an, excitable human being, as you well know. So sometimes just to take me down a level or two and just hang in Unawatuna. What I love about this over, there's so many wides, we can keep talking about travel.
I was just thinking, I'm just worried about the other people that were there trying to chill, and they actually do chill. The energy that you bring. I thought I was energetic, but you take it to a new level. Well, 10-ball over could be happening here.
Good hit. That's a lovely, clean swing of the blade. And they needed that, Nepal.
And they still got hope. They need some huge overs. Fours aren't going to do it. They need at least 2 to 3 sixes every over. Required rate nearly touching 26 now.
Well, Danajaya thinks he's bowling that well. He's trying to bowl a few extra balls as well.
Interesting spell, really. First over was so good. But actually now his figures 1 for 36. 24 off this over, so tail of 2 sets of 6. Back of the hand, slow ball, 30 off the over. Nepal will not go away without a fight. 3 overs done, 48 for 3. Third quarterfinal, Sri Lanka versus Nepal here. Then we've got UAE against Bangladesh. The Tigers hoping to get to the semi-finals. Bangladesh, they love a game late in the day. They played the last game yesterday against Sri Lanka, I believe.
I don't know whether they love the later game because they got absolutely pounced by Sri Lanka last night in that later game. They'll be a little concerned.
Ratnayaka takes the wicket. Ratnayaka, the left arm finger spinner, with an economical run up, gets one through bat and pad and takes the leg stump.
Well, that's the way to do it. You've got to attack the stumps. If you're going to bowl length as a bowler, you've got to give yourself the best chance. If the batter hit and misses, you hit. And that's exactly what Ratnayaka did on that occasion. Joshi out for 13, 48 for 4.
Pratish is in earlier than he would have liked, truth be told. 48 for 4 Nepal. Left arm finger spin, Ratnayaka into the attack. Just look at such an economical action. No real effort through the crease, just hitting that line of length. Gone! 2 and 2. That's how you do it. That's how you bowl left arm finger spin. Scenes here for Sri Lanka.
Well, Pratish playing across the line, first ball against the left arm off spin. They need to go after the bowling. But that wicket has caused Nepal to be 48 for 5. They're in a lot of trouble.
Last man standing, Rashid. Ratnayaka on a hat-trick. Just do the same again. Up in the air. Gets plenty. Does Rashid.
A lot left for him to do. The required rate 28 now. A lot of sixes required from here if they want to make any difference in this game. So far 7 sixes for them in their innings of 54.
6 more. 6 more. Ratnayaka. He can bowl left arm spin and right arm spin. These are his 2 poles, Brad Hogg.
Both players trying to play across the line. Those players taking their eye off the ball, paying the price. Fans out there strapping because Rashid Khan is the last batsman standing. This could be a heroic effort.
Straight up. But enough. Just about. Wicket. 6.
Sometimes it could work in your favour as a batter if you're the last man standing. Because you don't have to retire after 50. You can carry on going. And if he gets in the mood and the required rate come down a little bit, those 3 sixes is really giving them some hope.
The other thing is you don't have to worry about taking the single last ball with a non-batter out the other end.
Now the change of angle, I just wonder. No change of action though. Is a change of action. Is a change of action. That was right arm. I just mentioned he bowled both left and right. Same result, another 6. 72 for 5. Bangladesh, they will be batting first in the 4th quarter final up against the UAE. I don't think that's a bad result for Yasser Ali and his team. Rashid is the last man standing. He's 44 off 12. 9 sixes will do it.
That's what he must be thinking. You've got to break it down in terms of 6s you need, and 9 of them not going to be easy, but mathematically still there.
Zahoor Khan just going through his warm-ups. Hoik leg side, that'll be a 4. I tell you just never know.
The thing that I like about Rashid here, he knows that he's got to go big. He knows that he's got to go hard. That first ball, it wasn't there to hit, but he didn't try and make something out of something that wasn't there. And just that one, he's just timed it for a boundary, just keeping enough pressure on the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Deep in his crease, sitting deep. Look how deep he is in the crease, Abhishek. His back foot is nearly standing on the stumps.
It's the option you take because you also expect a lot of fuller deliveries, a lot of Yorker length. But that was really smartly bowled, taking pace off. Again, the length is crucial when you bowl that pace-off delivery.
Slow ball, very good off-cutter, Madhishankar. Really good bowling. I was running once for one of my teammates at the Oval. I'd been dismissed by Gareth Batty in a 40-over game, and I had to run for Stephen Peters, who'd torn his calf, and I got run out.
No surprise there.
6. 50. Rashid is keeping the boys from Kathmandu in the hunt.
Just 7 sixes needed of 7 deliveries. We've seen that happen.
Lovely hit, lovely strike. I guarantee it, they're watching in Nepal. They'll have big screens all over the major cities and they'll be tuning in. 6 more. Oh no, that's it. Sri Lanka are through into the semi-finals. I thought it was out of the screws. It went high, but not far enough. And look what it means for Sri Lanka and their loyal fans. Winning by 40 runs here in the quarter-final, breaking Nepalese heart. Sri Lanka winning by 40. Nepal, the start was too disappointing. Rashid with 55 was the lone hope. Dhananjaya picked 1. Samarakun picked up 2 Ratnayaka with his left arm spin got 2 wickets, was on a hat-trick. All in all, a comprehensive win for Sri Lanka. This is the moment. Rashid low on the blade, high, but not handsome. Safely caught. Sri Lanka progress to the semi-finals. Their fans are happy. Players are ecstatic. Who will